Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We've got an exciting packed episode today. We'll be starting off with the Game Week 37 team review, followed by some final day fixtures that you can target. We'll be looking at Game Week 38 differentials that you can target. We'll be wrapping up then with the Game Week 38 team. Before we kick off, remember to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. We will really appreciate it. In order to warm you up, we've got an FPL trivia question. Today's question is as follows. Which forward under 7 million has the most FPL points until Game Week 37? There are three options. Option A, Alexandra Mitrovic. Option B, Dominic Solanke. Option C, Brian Mbeumo. Please stay tuned. The answer will be revealed at the end of this video. We carry on with today's Game Week 37 team review. Game Week 37 will be remembered as the double game week that saw double Pep mass rotation. The main stars in our Game Week 37 team were Kieran Trippier with 9 points, Luke Shaw with 10 points, and Bruno Fernandes with 11 points. Erling Haaland scored a respectable 12 points as our captain. On the bench, we saw Edison and Grealish, both with double game weeks, score a combined score of 0 points. How this game week could have been so much different had they started at least one game, if not both games. Despite the Pep rotation, our team still managed a respectable 71 points compared to the FPL average of 52 points. Our current rank is now around 28,375. If you had to give me this rank at the start of the season, I would have taken it closed eyes. Now what's left is the remaining final hurrah with the Game Week 38 to try to end off the season with a bang. Next follows Game Week 38 final day fixtures to target. If you're looking for essential players, look no further than Manchester City, but just be wary of rotation, as well as Liverpool, who've got quite a scrumptious fixture against relegated Southampton, and then also Manchester United for their final day fixture that is at home. If you're looking at other top players besides these three teams, you could look at Aston Villa, who are motivated in terms of qualifying for Europe with their game against Brighton, who are also a team that you can count on for attacking prowess. Newcastle, similarly, they are playing away from home, so just be on the lookout for rotation as they've already qualified for Europe. Then we have got Crystal Palace, who on paper, might I say, have got a relatively good fixture against Nottingham Forest, who have been on a brilliant run of form recently, so you might just want to be wary of that to not stock up too much. And then we've got Tottenham Hotspur, who on paper as well have got a relatively good fixture against Leeds, who have struggled and are looking like they could possibly go down. And then debatable that we have got Arsenal as a top, not an essential team, and that's mainly because many FPL managers avoided these players due to them not having a double game week, and that also coincided with their poor run of form where they lost in the last two games. So Arsenal could be there in terms of wanting to up the ante in terms of their last home game for the season. So you could want to consider their players. Many of their ownership levels have dropped significantly, so some of them could be some good differentials. And then if you're looking for some spicy differentials, look no further than Brentford at home against Manchester City. Brian Mbeumo could be a viable option, and one or two of their attacking players. And then also Everton, in order to avoid relegation, they are going to be motivated against Bournemouth, who looks like they are probably on the beach already. So that's another team that you could also consider to target. If you're looking for Game Week 38 top differential players to target, we've got a few for you. The first one is Eze from Crystal Palace at 5.6 million, playing against Nottingham Forest at home. He ranks third amongst the last three most consistent FPL midfielders after Mo Salah and Dwight McNeil. So he's definitely on a hot streak currently, and the fixture is prime for him to release his attacking prowess in front of his home fans. Next we've got Harry Kane, Mr. Consistent, who's had a brilliant season. He's on 28 goals and looking to try to get to his best season, at least in terms of equaling it, which he's 2 goals shy. So you could expect him to try to go for the brace or the hat-trick, and his fixture on paper would give him that option in order to be able to realize that. Then we've got Riyad Mahrez at 7.5 million, plays against Brentford. In the last 2 games he might not have fared as well. However, we know that Riyad Mahrez on his day is capable of a sublime performance, and if Erling Haaland by any chance does not start, it's likely that Riyad Mahrez could potentially be on penalties. Next we've got James Maddison from Leicester, who are still trying to avoid the drop, and he would be one of the attacking outlets that Leicester would be looking for to score goals, and he's always involved in set pieces, free kicks. He's the general in the team, so if Leicester score, very likely he would be involved. Then we've got a team that is motivated to end the season on a high note. We've got a differential in Trossard, who could likely play with some rotation in the Arsenal team, and you could expect some attacking points from him if Arsenal do score. Next, we'll be covering the Game Week 38 team plan. 3 plans. The first plan is if there are any early team news leaks and all of your players start, what is the option that you could follow? In our particular case, what we would possibly be doing is we'd be going sideways in terms of a player that is more motivated than another one, and we would possibly be, and also has a better fixture, we could be taking out McAllister, who has a tough fixture against Aston Villa, and there is a chance that he could be subbed early if he does start, as there is a strong likelihood that he could potentially be switching clubs, so he might not see out the whole match, as De Zebri might likely be start blooding some of the new younger players that he would likely be playing in next season. And the player that we would bring in with our free transfer would be Eberechi Eze, who has a great fixture on paper against Nottingham Forest. Next is plan number 2. Plan number 2 is if Jack Grealish does not start, then the plan is to bring in a combination of plan number 1 and also making a sideways move, moving Jack Grealish to Riyad Mahrez if Riyad Mahrez does start. This is as Riyad Mahrez has got generally quite a good goals to minutes ratio, and if he starts and if Erling Haaland also does not start, then there is a great chance that Riyad Mahrez could be on penalties. And this is all able to be funded with the extra cash that we have got. This will be for a -4. Plan number 3 is in the unlikely event of Erling Haaland not starting, then a common move by most FPL managers could be, in order to take advantage of this premium forward slot, to move sideways for Harry Kane, and that is as Harry Kane is known to do quite well in the final game week, and he's got a great fixture against a struggling Leeds team. This will be a combination of plan number 1 together with this sideways move. What do you think about these 3 plans? Which of these 3 plans do you think is the better option, or do you have any other plans for your Game Week 38 team? Please comment down below. Next follows our Game Week 38 team. In goal we've got Edison from Manchester City. In defence, we've got Luke Shaw from Manchester United, Pedro Porro from Tottenham Hotspur, and Kieran Trippier from Newcastle. Our midfield comprises Bruno Fernandes from Manchester United, Mo Salah from Liverpool, Eberechi Eze from Crystal Palace, and Jack Grealish from Manchester City. Our forward line is Erling Haaland from Manchester City, Callum Wilson from Newcastle, and Alexander Isak from Newcastle. Our captaincy armband is currently on Mo Salah with the vice captaincy on Erling Haaland. This is our current thinking, but it could still change closer to deadline. Other options could include Haaland as captain, could also include Eze if you're looking for a differential, or Riyad Mahrez, and also not forgetting someone like Bruno Fernandes, or if you want a wild punt, someone like Firmino, who would be playing his last game for Liverpool. Harry Kane, if we bring him in, he would also be a strong candidate against a struggling Leeds team. In terms of the team potential changes, as mentioned earlier, if Jack Grealish does not start, we could bring in Riyad Mahrez. If Erling Haaland does not start, we could bring in Harry Kane. And if Edison does not start, we're unlikely to bring in a transfer, but rather play David Raya, even though he's got a tough fixture, as David Raya is known to accumulate a huge amount of save points, and that could still be valuable. The alternative option in terms of the forwards as well could be, we could consider starting Kaoru Matoma if he is likely to start instead of Alexander Isak, who potentially also has a tough fixture against Chelsea. What do you think about this Game Week 38 team? Please let us know down below. How is your team different from this? Next, we've got the FPL A Plus Super League standings. Currently, this is still pending some auto subs, but ranks are not expected to change drastically. In first place, we have got Arnav Garg. Well done, Arnav, with a great differential captain in Bruno Fernandes and a massive Game Week 37 score of 85 points. In second place, we've got Piyush Singla. Third place goes to Dennis Kuswanda. In fourth place, we've got Subramaniam. Joint fourth, we've got Pedro Azevedo. Sixth place goes to yours truly. Seventh place, we've got Jamie Duncan. In eighth place, we've got Pritan Motamari. In ninth place, we've got Scott Jones. And wrapping up the top 10, we've got Anderson Moreira dos Santos. Those that are in the FPL A Plus Super League top 10, very well done. Those that are not yet there, time is running out. There's the last game week to try to push into the top 10, and you can do it if you are lurking. So good luck for the remaining game week for those in the FPL A Plus Super League. Next follows the answer to the FPL trivia question. The question that we asked earlier was, which forward under 7 million has the most FPL points until Game Week 37? We had three options. They were option A, Alexander Mitrovic, option B was Dominic Solanke, option C was Brian Mbeumo. Did you get this answer correct? Please answer down below in the comments. The answer to today's question is Brian Mbeumo. Brian Mbeumo has accumulated 145 FPL points until Game Week 37, followed by Dominic Solanke with 129 points and Alexander Mitrovic with 108 points. That's it for this game week. This is the season finale to the 2022-2023 season. We hope you enjoyed the content for this video as well as the rest of the season. Good luck for Game Week 38. We hope you end it on a great note and smash the green arrows. Until next time, cheerio!